Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, the LSK president, the current LSK president, one Madam Faith ODHIAMBO, sent a very, very strong message to William Samoei Ruto regarding the persistent attack on the three arms of government,
particularly the judiciary. An assault by the head of state against the judiciary erodes the confidence that the members of the public have towards the judiciary.
She told William Ruto to allow the three arms of government to operate seamlessly. Of course, for those who are very familiar with the civic education or very familiar with our government structure, you know, there is a executive, there is the legislature, then there is the judiciary. All these arms of government, according to the constitution, are supposed to operate independently. And then we have some other small formations, you know, like the DCI, those other departments, detective department, you know, IEBC is another department. So we have all others, those other dockets which are also operating independently. So she told William Ruto that allow the arms of government to operate. I know she was categorically trying to refer to the Supreme Court or rather the judiciary, because the LSK, you know, works hand in hand with the judiciary, because, you know, lawyers, advocates, they represent clients in courts. So they're realizing that even if they represent clients in courts, but the president attacks the courts, then the courts might not deliver justice accordingly. So that is why she had to make such a statement. So before I share the message, kindly support this channel by subscribing and then giving this video a like. To those who supported our channel, thank you so much for giving this channel a chance to grow. So watch this video.
Work that I commend also to my two other worthy competitors. We had to just delve to work harder, reach out further as much as possible, because it wasn't a gender agenda. His endorsement or his support was favorable, I believe, though, you know, it depends on the side of divide. Some would find it negative because he's a political head, others found it positive. I'm just happy it didn't affect us negatively. My first 100 days, I want to focus on the strategy that we have to implement on review of policy to ensure that the kind of laws that are coming out do not affect not only the members of the public but the profession, and they're not unconstitutional. My message to the head of state would be that he allows the three arms of government to carry out their work, particularly the judiciary. An assault by the head of state against the judiciary erodes the confidence that the members of the public have towards the judiciary.
So if you followed the elections of LSK, I mean days before the LSK election, then you must have noticed that Faith ODHIAMBO paid Raila Amolo Odinga a visit for blessings. And from the video that I shared, if you look at the words from Faith ODHIAMBO, she is telling us that one of the reasons why she succeeded in securing that position is because, or probably the endorsement by the political head, Raila Amolo Odinga. And then from the picture again, let's just check the picture. The one on the right, on the left side, is Julia Soweto. And Soweto, this is the lawyer who represented Azimio. You remember the story of the presidential petition and how Martha Koome referred to the whole thing as drama, or rather a wild goose chase. What Martha Koome referred to was basically, or rather, targeted at Julia Soweto, because Julia Soweto is a person who took, you know, the better part of that submission. Ruto is told or reminded that the constitution requires three arms of government to operate independently. What the LSK president is trying to tell us, or rather tell William Ruto, is to refrain from the attacks that were seen from December, January there on the Supreme Court.
Termed as intimidation and interference in the affairs of the third arm of government. As Chemitai Goin reports, the International Commission of Jurists came to the defense of the judiciary, imploring President William Ruto to withdraw his utterances, which they say were akin to interfering with the independence of the judiciary.
Martha Koome is the only arm of government, the head of the only arm of government, which was not going to State House. Now, I think this could have made William Ruto uncomfortable and maybe asked himself, kwa nini huyu hawezi nitembelea na unaona kama Wetangula anakuja, Kingi anakuja, wanakuja kwa State House, wananirespect. You remember the parliament or the legislature is also another wing of government, or rather, another arm of government. But Wetangula, we've seen complaints from so many Kenyans, so many political pundits saying that Wetangula alimezwa na executive. So Ruto was asking himself, nitamezaje hii Supreme Court ama nitamezaje judiciary, lazima niimeze. So that is why even after that meeting, if you are following the remarks of Kimani Ichung'wah talked about budget cuts. He talked about budget cuts. Then if you go to Rift Valley, there's a politician, Samson Cherargei, who said that the millions which the judges wanted, or wanunuliwe Toyota Prado nini, kila moja wapewe security, wapewe mapesa. So Cherargei said that is the reason why the judiciary was fighting the executive, though we know that it was not fighting the executive. Judiciary was merely trying to do its work. But Samson Cherargei talked about demands from the judiciary, that is the reason why the judiciary is shooting down the policies of the government or the executive. So all these are the reasons why Faith Odhiambo, the LSK president, is telling William Ruto to have respect to all the other arms of government, because of course the executive has the treasury and the like kwa side yake. The judiciary only controls the law, try to be a custodian of the law. The legislature makes the law. So all these other two arms of government depend on the executive for finance. So the politicians early to Kenya Kwanza, some of them were talking about budget cuts. Tutawanyima pesa, tutapunguza sijui nini. All these are trying to make sure that hawa watu wapigie executive magoti. So that is why Faith Odhiambo is saying that hiyo haifai. You see, if that is allowed, then the other two arms of government zitakuwa hazina nguvu. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you make of this statement from the LSK, to William Ruto? It's a very, very strong statement that needs attention. But that's what Faith Odhiambo said, and that is the first statement he has made. And mind you, that statement was made on a live TV. I think NTV. I was watching NTV. And I saw that. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you have not subscribed, please take 1 second. Go there, there's a button written subscribe, and please subscribe it, like this video also. To those who supported us before, thank you so much for your support. So until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.